Hello, welcome. Today we'll be playing some more The Billions. Hopefully we will break through the narrow pass today. It's gonna be a struggle. But we have no other alternative. The lowlands are actually much worse. Because the map is so small and so packed, the best course of action is actually go through the narrow pass. So let's go ahead and take a look. I think the research is basically the best we can get. And the solution to the problems we have there is probably try and go for the shocking towers a little bit sooner, if we can. That way we can actually deal with the swarms and even the runners. Problem on these missions is actually the over aggro, which is when you pull enemies towards your defenses. Sometimes what happens is the noise will cause many of them to come and then you get overwhelmed. So what we'll have to do is be mindful of that and just try to not lure too many before we have the shocking towers available. Clear the stone first and slap down some extra tents. Quite a few. Let's build this one like this. Okay, we have the income, so let's slap down a fisherman. And we can do another one there. The rest of this will go towards grabbing more tents. Let's continue clearing. We'll build a tower right there. And slap down an extra tent. It looks like this area is clear. Let's distribute the rangers around. Next, need to start clearing this with these two. You'll have to explore this a bit. Get another tower. Right there. Make sure the rangers are always clearing. Next up we want a quarry. It'll be when the train arrives. Before that happens, we could probably get a few more tents down. Looks like another.
What? A new task? Yes, tell me. But be quick. I hope you're not wasting my time.
Attention. Building completed.
It'd also be great to get a sawmill, but I don't think we can afford it just yet.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Train has arrived at the station.
Just grab a quarry there.
What do you want now? Oh, more orders. You again.
Now we can get the sawmill.
Oh, more orders. You again. This better be good.
We have the money, so let's expand the tents. Another fisherman here.
Oh, here we go again. Yes, tell me. Be quick. What? You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Attention. Building completed.
We have a bunch of gold, but not many other resources just yet.
Building completed.
Could potentially expand here pretty soon. That's 10 wood. We don't have that currently. And let's save that place for a market.
Oh, more orders.
Gold is probably not gonna be a big issue for us.
This better be good. Taste my
Okay, getting a little overwhelmed here, so retreat.
A new task. Sounds interesting. It could be worse.
Hopefully we'll get the rangers to veteran up soon.
Aren't there other units to bother? Are you sure? This better be good. What?
Dangerous, there will be runners there, so need to approach incrementally. Next course of action, we'll probably want to slap down this tower right here.
Train has arrived at the station.
Would get a mill. And let's get a hunter right there.
But be quick. Okay. What? Are you sure? I hope you're not wasting my time. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Stone is getting piled up, so we will eventually want the barracks.
Attention. Building completed.
Get this sawmill. And a hunter here.
Oh, more orders. A new task. What?
Attention.
A new task.
Building completed.
What?
One more stone income cycle.
Attention.
Then we should be able to afford the barracks.
Oh, more orders. What? Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. What do you want now? What?
This might get a little hairy there.
Attention. Building completed. Our forces are in danger.
Okay. Get the soldier center. Right there, and Would be great to grab some extra tents. So let's go ahead and start building them here. Can get another row like this.
This better be good. Yes, tell me. But be quick. What? Gotcha.
Be having some veterans pretty soon, hopefully. Okay, we can afford a wood workshop now, so let's lock it down. Need to consider making another hunter. Right there. And another one there.
You are good at painting orders, right? A new task. What's up? Any effective?
With these we cannot push much further.
What do you want?
There are runners all over the place. This guy is veteran.
Right?
And another one.
This better be good. What?
Yeah, let's make some rangers. And we really need to start getting the tax pretty soon, just to be able to get the shocking tars. Problems. Okay, it's a runner. But it should be fine. Move up slightly. This one has problems.
Straight to the heart. Is that
Can send this ranger over. She'll have full wood. Why don't we grab another mill? We'll need it eventually, so might as well. This ranger will grab the extra supplies. Let's go ahead and do that. Problem here. Retreat a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab the food and gold. Go back. Okay, no problem. Start shooting the runner. We have the workshop done. What do we need first? Like, we are not doing too well on workers, so grab the house upgrade first. And we might need... Energy is gonna be solved pretty soon. It'd be great to get another hunter or fisherman, but I don't think I can easily get that. Unless I make one that... No, that wouldn't work. Dangerous.
Oh, here we go again. This better be
Send this ranger up here.
but be quick.
We'll need another one up there as well. Constantly full wood, that's not great. Let's build ourselves a tower there. We'll need another one. Can just build it somewhere over here.
You again. This better be good. What? My bow and arrows are ready. Better be good.
Unfortunately, we cannot expand too quickly
What's up?
with the tents, because we would be encroaching on the valuable farmland too much. But this one tent should be fine to get. Let's hope we don't trigger too many of these, so let's go back a little bit to go back on the noise.
What? Yeah, you hold
Cannot afford to lure too many runners on us just yet.
What? Yeah. My bow and arrows are ready. Great.
Get the third one here.
What?
And we'll go more to the side.
Right? What? You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Over aggro is definitely what can kill us here the most. The biggest worry. How do you want to do this? Could potentially add a whole bunch of these here, and they are not too bad because this is enough for a farm. Should be 6 tiles, right? Yeah, 6. It's perfect for a farm. That will yield us extra 8 workers, which might be the difference between getting the stone workshop up or not. Let's upgrade the farm. Let's get some of these upgraded. Syringer will need to go here. Continue upgrading. We'll need tower right here.
My bow and arrows are ready. What?
Another ranger. Send her here.
Okay. You are gonna pay me for this, right? This better be good. Are you sure?
Great.
What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? What?
Okay, now we are missing food, so farm is necessary. We are researching it. Yeah. I will probably skip the market and go straight for the stone workshop this time. I know it's gonna cost valuable food, just cannot afford it. Instead, we have to go for a faster shocking tower. Push in a little bit with these. Try and dispose of some of the runners. Let's research that. After the kill another Z, you'll grab a farm in here. Perfect. Before. Another ranger, actually have to send one there. And one up here. Also need a shocking tower here. Would like to get it as close to the front as possible, but it might not be too easy. Yeah, that's overextension right there.
A new task. Take my arrows. Gotcha. My bow and arrows are ready. You again.
Another one here. Well, at least it drew some attention. So it's okay. We'll get that farm going. Would be great to get another one. But we need to make sure we can actually build the market then. So that would be these tiles. This should be okay. Got that. We'll probably need another mill. Why don't we do that? Is there a good place for it? Here it wouldn't interfere with anything, so that's a good one. Now we'll try to clear up the rest. Here. This is a lot of infected, so there is a high risk of overextension there, same as here. Need to be mindful of that. And the stone workshop is almost done. We'll need a bunch of gold for it. Not gonna be easy to get. Once we start slapping down the shocking towers, it will be our only to hold out. I'll just wait until we can get another income cycle to be able to afford stone workshop done. Approach slowly.
What do you want now?
Cannot even justify going for another ranger yet, I don't think.
Yes.
Might be a problem. Might be an overextension. We'll see. Yeah, the stone workshop right there. The only viable place. Let's upgrade those. Yeah, at 18 workers left. In here it would be great to clear up more, but it's very dangerous. So where is the energy tower? Yeah, we'll want to build it right there. But plopping it down is probably gonna make some noise. Might not be too good. Continue pushing here. This is a no push zone. We'll have to go back a little bit to not aggro too many. Getting hairy. To cool off on the noise a little bit. Get a few of these upgraded. This is a big problem. Overextension for sure.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? Order, you pay. Are you sure? Faster than my bow. Roger that. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Okay, looks like we stabilized it. Now just cool the noise off for a little bit. In here we can go ahead and clear the shamblers. Next up, I would like to upgrade some houses, but we'll have to get another mill. Yeah, right, we have another ranger or two. Let's send them here. Up there as well. Should be able to get the mill pretty soon. Maybe we go for the research first though. Need to find a good place for the mill. Can be here, but it's very close to the actual front. It's not safe at all. Instead, let's get a mill in here.
This better be good.
Next up, we'll need a bunch of gold for the research.
Yes, tell me. But be quick. Bow and arrows are ready. You again. Tap. Gotcha. Oh, more orders. Okay. But it's gonna cost you double. And you tap. Great. You again. You order, you pay.
Okay, let's get to the research. Let's upgrade a few of these. What are we doing here?
Man, you are gonna pay me for this, right?
Still would like to clear a few more problems down here.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Might be overextension. We'll see. Should be okay. Let it cool off. The heat
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
is a problem, but yeah, let's bail again.
Our forces are in danger.
Oh,
To bail here as well. It's too much.
better be good. Yeah. What? Okay.
Our
Yeah.
soldiers are in
Great.
trouble.
What do you want now? Oh, more
Now you can approach again.
A new task.
The research is going. We are going to have the shocking tower available soon.
Like units to bother? Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
That is that.
Oh, more orders.
Okay.
Are there
Might be overextension as well. Let's preemptively move back a little bit.
what? What's up? Any infected around? Okay.
Now we can actually go forward.
What? You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Is the research done? Not yet. Okay, let's grab another house upgrade or two. Problem.
Roger that. Okay, gotcha. A new task.
Need to slowly clear this area off.
As long as you pay me.
Come on.
What? Great. Okay. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Okay, we have the shocking towers. Let's slap down over here. Good. Get a few more rangers, upgrade some houses.
A new task. This better be good.
We need to secure this area, which will be tough. Problems, right. This is a huge pile of infected. We'll have to deal with them, and it's not gonna be easy. The heat might cause a bunch of extra enemies to come.
Oh, more
So what we'll have to do is
you again.
pull some of these guys off
Are you sure?
towards here. And start walling as well.
Are there other
These rangers, we'll send everybody here.
Last night was amazing.
We'll start kiting with this one.
As long as you pay me.
Our forces are in danger.
I know, but cannot do much. Might be a loss. This will decide the entire run basically.
Great. Yeah. Roger that. Yes.
Okay, we are approaching with a bunch of rangers. Go help out.
Great.
Start shooting them though.
Are you sure? Great. Whatever you say. As long as you pay me. Okay.
Want to lose the veteran.
My bow is ready. Great. You again.
Ah, that one died. Horrible. Gonna cause horrific issues.
What? Yeah. Oh, more orders. You again. Great.
This is not good as well, but at least we are dealing with them. Sort of.
Okay. Are you sure? Order? Yeah. Faster than my bow.
Might be too much. Yeah, we are triggering more and more and more of them. Mission is just insane beyond reason. So many. Can try to run off, but not gonna work. The shocking tower is up, but it doesn't matter. It was also on a side where it was inconsequential.
They got me.
We all have to probably build our first tower here,
They got me.
because there is just no leeway in terms of where you can get your like if you guide, you are very close to your actual buildings. It will result in them overwhelming you. Have to go in again. Started some tents again. We shall afford one more.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? This better be good. What's up? Any infected around? Oh, here we go again.
Catch them.
Taste my arrows. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Let's get a fisherman. Second one and a bunch of tents.
Our forces are in danger.
What? Gotcha. What? Attack. Okay.
Go here and you'll need to grab the tar pretty soon. In the meantime, we can get some extra tons, probably. After we get the income.
What do you want? You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Get the tower going.
What? Oh, more orders. A new task. Yeah,
Make sure this is clear.
roger that. Yeah.
Send the ranger here.
What? Yeah. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Building completed.
You again. Is that all? So boring.
Let's get a tower. There. Get another fisherman.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? You again. This better be good. What? Are you sure? I hope you're not wasting my time.
After we clear some of these, we'll send one ranger to the top side. With the quarry. Okay, that's a runner. Let's make sure you don't overextend. Like another one.
What? Roger that. You are gonna
Ah,
right? Let me put
problem.
Forces are in danger.
what? Yes. My bow is ready. Okay. Faster than my bow. Are there other units to bother?
Have some gold, so we can place it on another fisherman. There.
Task. Better be good. What's up? Any infected around?
Attention.
What?
Building
Gotcha.
completed.
Whatever you say, as long as you pay me. What's up? Any infected around?
Place down the lumber camp. Double hunter.
What? Are you sure? Okay. Are you sure? A new task. Yeah.
Attention.
What do you want now? You again.
Grab some extra tons.
What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? What?
Attention. Building completed.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? You
Trainer arrived at the station.
Okay, now we probably want to save up for the soldier center. Could expand here first. Gonna be a while before the stone piles up, so the wood should be there eventually.
better be good. What? A new task. What do you want now? Aren't there other units to bother?
Let's grab sawmill after this tower is done.
Our soldiers are in trouble. Attention.
Fine.
Completed.
Get some hunters going. We'll need a mill. Slap it down.
Oh,
Next up we want to wait for the wood for the soldier center.
what's up? Any infected around? What?
Grab tents, but no really good places to have them apart from here. Let's go ahead and plug them here.
You again.
Attention. Building
Better be good. Okay. What? Roger that.
Have enough wood soon, hopefully.
attention. Building completed. Attention. Building
Build a soldier center. We want to make the extra tents. We will want the wood workshop pretty soon.
Yeah. You are gonna pay me for this, right? You again. Okay.
And go ahead and run in to grab this. Go back here. Okay, some of them are veteran. Just build the wood workshop now. Bunch of runners. I cannot deal with that. Let's pull back. Was an overextension for sure.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? Are you sure?
Attention. Building completed.
What? Yeah. You again.
Make some rangers. We'll need this tower here. Need another mill, so let's grab it. Want another fisherman.
Oh, more orders. What? Okay. You are gonna pay me for this, right? Bow and arrows are ready. Here we
Another ranger. Send her here.
Okay. It's gonna cost you double.
Okay, we have a bunch of wood, we need to spend it. Let's grab a tower there.
Better be good.
You up? That's what I thought. Overextension again.
Okay.
Let's go back a little bit. Get up the shamblers.
My bow and arrows are ready.
And another ranger down here. Research the cottage.
Attention. Building completed.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? Are you sure? Yes. My bow and arrows are ready.
Double up on rangers where we only have one. In here we'll need to clear a little bit forward, but it's risky.
This better be good. What? You
The veteran, that might result in some extra noise, so let's take it more slowly.
a new task. You order? My bow and arrows are ready.
How is the research going?
You again. What?
Slowly.
Better be good. Okay. What? You order? You pay. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Try to go ahead and start clearing properly, but
Okay.
you need to be very mindful of the overextension here. Another one. Under here. Research a farm. Spend our resources on the houses.
You again. What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? You again. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay. But it's gonna cost you double. Are you sure? Yeah.
Soon we'll need to start working on the stone workshop technology.
Yes. What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? What do you want now? Gotcha. What's up? Any infected around?
Building completed.
Might want to spend the rest of our food.
Our forces are in danger.
Problems. Right. It's just a shambler.
My bow and arrows are ready, right?
Get some extra workers soon.
A new task. Yeah. Whatever you say. As long as you pay me. Oh, more orders. What? Yes, tell me. But be quick. A new task. Okay. Yeah.
Everything is going Kind of okay. The technology done. Let's research the stone workshop. Let's get a farm going here. Send the fourth one up here. This area needs to be cleared further. It's gonna be a problem. Only 2 rangers there, so that's very dangerous. Need to be able to slap down the stone workshop ASAP, and we can. Another ranger, send her here. It's looking sort of okay. Build ourselves little defense here in case we need to fall back here. In case we need to fight a horde. Problems. That's an overextension right there. Let's go back. Technology is almost done. Don't remember how much wood does it cost.
You again. Okay, what? You are gonna pay me for this, right? What do you want now?
One workshop guy. Just to know.
Great. You again. My bow and arrows are you are gonna pay me for this, right?
Here further up.
Yes.
And here.
Great. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
We don't want to invest into the market. Get some extra houses. Are kind of low on pop. It's an overextension. Fairly big one. Go back. Just too tricky to expand into. They are just jam-packed in there, the runners. So even a single tile is just immensely hard to push into, basically. Is this an overextension? Might be. Let's get some of these upgraded. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's go back. Make sure we don't trigger too many of them.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Here it looks peaceful. Let's try to push in.
Right? Yeah. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Try this again. Some extra rangers, and one there, and another one here.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. Yes.
We'll need some money for the shocking tower, but that's just 900, so we'll be fine to continue expansion. We'll probably need a mill soon.
Pay me for this, right?
Might be an overextension, yeah, it looks like it again. Go back. Kill them as they approach.
Better be good.
That's done, let's research the shocking tower. We'll need to get a mill. Need to find a good spot for it. It's very dangerous. But it might just be our only viable place.
Okay.
So let's try to approach again.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Upgrade some of the houses. We should expect the horde to come soon. Depends from which side it comes. It might be either horrible or inconsequential.
You again. What? So tired. Last night was amazing. Gotcha. Yeah, great. What do you want now? Okay, you again. What? You are gonna pay me for this, right?
How's it going?
Danger.
Overextension for sure.
Whatever you say. As long as you pay me. Oh, more orders.
Our soldiers are in trouble.
Yeah, you know,
Here we go.
fine. Hold back, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let's go back here as well. It's an overextension.
And you tax. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
This might be one as well.
For this, right? Gotcha.
Everything is going poorly right now. Okay, let's get another ranger. Get attack pretty soon.
Okay.
Still a little bit too much.
Faster than my bow. You are gonna pay me for this.
Go back a little more.
Technology research.
Yeah, let's build the shocking tower. Build it right here.
And you tax. Whatever you say. As long as you pay me.
Should be good once it's up. You can delegate the rangers to the other sides. I guess we can even grab a second shocking tower somewhere over here. And I wanted it to be more forward, but might have just have to sacrifice coverage for this. Be safer. Send them in.
What? This better be good. You again. This better be good. What's up? Any infected around?
Now it depends where we get the horde from. It's here, okay. This will probably cause
And you tax.
a bunch of the other guys to come here as well. The ones from the other side. Gonna be a problem. Slap down some extra walls here. I'll start sending some rangers here. Yeah, it's causing issues. Okay, let's go back a little bit. Yeah, the shocking tower will continuously kill them. But it's not fast enough so that we can repair the walls, so that's a problem. One is operational and we have a bunch of Zeds coming here, yeah. That's what I thought. It's the noise coming from here is actually drawing them in from the other side as well. Just plainly horrible. Let's get some walls there. Every single ranger we have has to be here. It's a huge amount of infected. I don't think we can deal with that.
This better be good. Oh, here we go again. Gotcha. Okay.
Shoot the runners. Get the market. Continue making rangers. This issue is gonna become bigger and bigger. Not gonna solve itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one also gone there.
Roger that. Okay. Roger that. Yes. Okay. Yes. Sure. Okay. It's gonna cost you double. Order.
Might be able to survive this. Maybe.
You are gonna need my bow and arrows are ready. So tired.
Send them back behind the wall. The new rangers need to go there as well. It's a huge problem. One of our rangers died because they are just stupid. There is a Z that's attacking them in melee, but they target the ones that are far off, so it's always good when that happens. Okay. Dispose of the runners, then we should be good. Ah, fuck. I swear this mission is just pure cancer. Maybe should have gone with a third shocking tower. Yeah, so we need to shock every side. Then just deal with the bullshit amount of infected that will get drawn in by the shockers and then push in. Just watch the world burn again, I guess.
Our buildings are being attacked.
There is nothing we can do. The rangers we had would not solve this. Would have needed to get a shocking tower. I guess it's doable if we execute it just right. 7 defeats already, so that means war will be reduced by 70% from this mission. It's basically like if we were playing it on a regular Republic. Fine. Research wise, we can't do much else. Be it. Just need a short break. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay, you again. Yes. What? Are you sure? What do you want now? What? Yeah. Great. What do you want now? Sounds interesting. It could be worse. Gotcha. Are you sure? Okay. Are you sure? Yeah. What? Gotcha. You are gonna pay me for this, right? Yeah. Roger that. Great. So tired. Last night was amazing. Aren't there other units to bother?
Attention. Building completed.
Oh, here we go again. You again. What? Are you sure? You again.
Our forces
Roger
are
that.
in danger.
Yes. A new task. Great. Straight to the heart. This better be good.
Train has arrived
You
at the
again.
station.
What? A new task.
Attention. Building completed.
What?
Attention.
Yeah.
Building completed.
What do you want now? This better be good. What? You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Building completed.
Okay, right between the eyes. Whatever you say, as long as you pay me. You are gonna pay me for this, right? Are you sure? Okay, let's do this. Okay, whatever you say, as long as you pay me. Okay, gotcha. So tired. Last night was amazing. This better be good.
Building completed.
You again. A new task. What? Great. Sounds interesting. It could be worse.
Train has arrived at the station.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? Gotcha. Oh, here we go again. A new task. This better be good. Better be good. Yeah. You again. Okay, but it's gonna cost you double. Oh, here we go again. This better be good. What? You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Building complete.
Are you sure? You order, you pay. My drone is ready. Roger that. Let me put an arrow in his head. What? Yes, tell me. But be quick. You again. Yes. What? Right between the eyes. You are gonna pay me for this, right? Aren't there other units to bother? What? A new task. Okay. Oh, more warriors. Let me put an arrow in his head. Gotcha. Okay, but it's gonna cost you double. Faster than my bow.
Okay.
Better be good.
So we know that the stone is there, but we need to keep at least one here. Send these over. Now we don't have the corpse recycling, so it's gonna be a weaker early game gold, but the stone
As long as you pay me.
income is gonna be good.
You again. Yes. Gotcha. Aren't there
This time we don't even have to
you order, you pay.
go into the stone that have a
Okay. What do you want now? Are you sure? You order, you pay.
It's actually closed door.
What?
Seems like
Building complete.
You again.
good area to expand into.
What? Yeah.
Okay, that's way too many. Let's go back.
Double. You are gonna pay me for this, right? You order, you pay.
You have to go, let's spend it. Sawmill right here. Right here. They're there.
This better be good. What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? Roger that. Gotcha. Are you sure? So tired. Last night was amazing. What?
Right at the station.
Okay, we got some extra gold, let's spend it. Actually, make these tents here. make more. And we are getting the stone transportation, so it's gonna allow me to build the barracks soon. We'll need a sawmill.
Building completed.
What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? Oh, more orders. A new task.
Our soldiers are in trouble.
It's okay.
Yes. Okay. You again.
They have energy coverage there. We have a sawmill right here. Another one there. Should work.
What's up? Any infected around? Are you sure? A new task.
You'll propel them to expand towards the water. So get some fishermen.
Yeah. You are gonna pay me for this, right? What? Okay. But it's gonna cost you double.
Attention. Building completed.
A new task.
Attention. Building completed.
What's up? Any
Keep
infected
pushing with
around?
these.
Yes, tell me. But be quick. Great. Okay.
The train has arrived at the station.
Still want the stone workshop. Go ahead and grab it. Got 6 more workers. Next train, but that's not enough. Still want to push towards the water, so we can get some fishermen going. I would like to get one there, but it's unfortunate that we cannot reach it with a single tower. Instead, we'll expand the center and then push the sides with towers.
You again. Yeah.
Maybe more expensive, but
New task. What
needs
do
to
you
be done.
want? Wow. Great. Taste my arrows. You are gonna pay me for this, right? What? You again. Yes.
Attention. Building completed.
Okay, let's get a tower going here. This one would cover everything there.
Oh, here we go again.
Gonna be too much probably.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? Are you sure? Okay, let's do this. What? Aren't there other units to bother? This better be good.
Attention. Building completed.
Got a fisherman here. And here.
The train has
Grab ourselves the soldier center.
What's up? Any infected around?
I'd like to research something, but income is not looking great. Oh, want a farm first.
This better be good. What? Yes, tell me. But be quick.
We need a mill. Go ahead and grab one here.
New task. What do you want now?
Our forces are in danger.
What? Aren't there other units to bother?
Attention. Building completed.
Need income now to start producing some more rangers.
Building completed.
What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? What? Are you sure? A new task. What?
Technology research did.
Okay, the technology is done. You'll need a farm.
My bow and arrows are ready. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Get this one first. Let's save the money.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? A new task. Straight to the heart. What? This better be good. You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Actually, fairly easy to claim.
My bow and arrows.
Need to take a look. What do we want to expand here?
Oh,
Hey, I'm back. Welcome.
go again. You are gonna pay me for this, right? Okay, let's do this.
Let's get the research.
What do you want now? Are you sure? What? A new task,
Yeah, I have a day off, so
right?
figured I might as well try to progress in the rebellions.
What? Gotcha. My bow and arrows are ready. A new task. Great. Are you sure?
It's not gonna be easy. I already got my my butt kicked by Narrow Pass 2 times today. How long does this take? The rebellions, you mean? The game? Well, it depends on the difficulty. On the hardest, you can expect the campaign to take you anywhere from like 50 hours to 80 hours, I think. Maybe some people out there can do it in like 20 or 30, but I certainly can't. It's too insane. Yeah, strap in. It's gonna be a long shot.
What?
Yeah, the income is looking slightly better, but still not amazing. Need to upgrade the houses to get more.
My bow and arrows.
And I'm kind of worried that you'll need to expand the power network fairly soon. I need to figure out which direction. And I have no idea where the iron is. This is a problem. Iron is what we will need for soldiers. They're gonna be our only viable option against the harpies. Get a tower going here. Move on.
Are you sure?
Don't necessarily need a quarry,
Okay. Great.
but I need to just push slowly in every direction.
Is that all?
Might encounter runners soon, it wouldn't surprise me.
My bow and arrows are ready.
Let's go ahead and upgrade some of the tents.
This better be good.
Take this ranger, send her here,
Okay. Are there other
start pushing this.
you again? What's up? Any infected around? This better be good.
Problem, but
You again. This better be good.
not a big one yet. You'll probably need the stone workshop pretty soon. But I would like to push towards the entrances first.
My bow and arrows are ready. What? Yes. Gotcha. You again. Okay. Gotcha. A new task. Yes, tell me. But be quick. What do you want now?
Building completed.
What?
It all depends where the entrances are. I suspect there is one in there.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
But this is basically free real estate now. We should expand there.
What? You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Need wood. You know, we have it.
Train has arrived at the station.
Get it boosted our income pretty well.
A new task. What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? Yeah. What? You again.
In here we are kind of strapped for coverage. I really need to find out where is the iron. So far no sign of it. Got a tower covering this.
My bow
Might as well start building our tent city here. We'll want a mill, but not yet. Get a ranger on this side.
Okay, yes, tell me. But be quick. Oh, here we go again. You again. A new task. This better be good.
Attention.
What's up? Any infected around?
So far the amount of just regular infected is very lenient compared to other missions I played recently, so at least there is that. Yeah, let's grab this star, I think. But do we want to go for another farm first? We also benefit from a mill. So many things I need. Let's get a mill.
Oh, here we
Get another ranger here. Need to push towards the edge.
What? You are gonna pay
Gonna
me.
be very important.
You again. This better be good. What? This better be good. Yeah. Are you sure?
Kinda low on wood. Could get a sawmill. I didn't build things horribly. Guess we could get this one.
My bow and arrows are ready.
Let's get another one here.
A new task. Yes. You again. You call that a plan? Okay. Yes.
So what are the goals again? 1600 people. Fine. Destroy villages of doom. So there are villages, okay. And kill the harpies, right? Gonna be this. Gonna be insane.
What do you want now? This better be good.
Get another farm going. Get the 2-1.
You again. My bow and arrows better be good.
Not going too great. Let's get another ranger there. Could get a quarry, but there is no reason for it just yet. Let's research. Get first.
Units under attack.
Okay, where is that? The runner, right? No, it's Rambler. There's too many.
Okay. Let's do
There's iron. Okay,
You are gonna pay me for this.
know what we need to do.
What?
Oh,
My bow and arrows are ready. Any infected around? What?
quite a bit. That's a problem. And the runners already. Great. We have the stuff, let's upgrade a few more houses.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Our soldiers are in trouble.
What do you want?
Okay, that's way too many shamblers.
I hope you're not wasting.
Push back a little bit.
What? Roger that.
Basically the map starts with a set amount of infected on it. It depends on the difficulty. So on the hardest you have just insanely packed numbers of them together. And then what they do is they shamble around, so they will move incrementally in either direction. And then they are attracted by noise. So if you start clearing them, they might get attracted more and more and more. And what happens is there are map edges like in Caesar, and there are swarms. So you can see here we would get attacked on day 13 by a swarm. And also there are small groups of shamblers or runners that can continuously come into the map from any edge. So that is how it works. Freaking runners again, and it's not few. Kinda need to push here, because we could actually choke point this off maybe. Looks like a good place to hold out against the hordes, at least initially. This is almost done. Make sure it happens. Let's grab that. Then we will get a market. Cannot cover these two, but it's not like that's a big deal.
My bow and arrows are ready.
The runners here as well, okay.
You again. Okay.
It's iron, so we need to push there. This is clear. Let's push into the stone.
You again. Okay. This better be good. What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? What? Yes. Roger that.
Start pushing this.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
This got pushed back, so it's good.
Task.
Continuously push with this.
My bow and arrows are gonna pay me for this, right? A new task.
Need to trigger some more runners.
You again. This better be good.
Get this quarry. We'll need a mill.
You again. This better be good. What?
20 wood.
My bow and arrows are ready. You are gonna pay me for this, right? Whatever you say.
Oh. Okay, let's send this ranger here.
You again. This better be good. You again. A new task. What? Yeah, you again.
Okay, we should save up for the stone workshop, but we don't have the stone. So we'll have to wait until we do. Can make a tower here, climb that, and did we build the mill? I don't think so. Let's grab one here.
My bow and arrows
Great.
are ready. What?
You'll definitely be missing workers if you want the stone workshop.
Oh, here we go again. Are you sure? You order, you pay. You again. What? Yes. Gotcha. Great. Are you sure? Oh, more orders. You again.
Okay, there's iron, we can just grab some of it. There is a village of doom as well. It's gonna be a problem to put into. Okay, so what do we need? Just upgrade. Start getting soldiers. We really want to.
What? Gotcha. Roger.
But only a few, so that would not be great.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? You again. What? Oh, here we go again. What? Great.
This looks like it's reasonably clearing up.
What? My bow and arrows are ready. What do you want?
This ranger here as well.
You again. Great. What's up? Any infected around? Okay, let's do this.
I need to figure out where is the choke point properly.
Great. Gotcha.
Gonna be a problem.
Yes. What? Great.
We are running out of time fast. Need the stone workshop soon. So that's gonna be workers. We should get that from the upgraded houses. But then we are gonna need stone. So we almost have that.
My bow and arrows are ready.
Should probably get that with the income cycle after we buy one piece. Workshop.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Ranger here.
Okay. It's gonna cost you double. This better be good. Order? You again. What? What do you want now? An attack? Gotcha. I hope you're not wasting my time. Sounds interesting.
Problems. Okay.
What?
Might have overextended a little bit.
Bow is ready. You again. Whatever you say, as long as you pay me. Yeah, gotcha. Faster than my bow. Are you sure? Okay. Let's
Almost lost the ranger there.
what?
And we are only at 2 workers, so let's upgrade some houses. Just slap down some tents for quick population. Oh, let's get a soldier. We'll need 900 for the research.
Better be good. Great. Yes, tell me. But be quick. What? You again. Yeah, gotcha. What? Are you sure? Gotcha. A new task. Okay. Are you sure? You again. What? Okay. You are
Okay, how is this looking? I
what?
bet there is a choke point here
Yeah.
somewhere. I cannot spend my money. Maybe on a ranger, but not on a soldier.
What? This better be good. What do you want now? Great.
No. Misclicked.
Oh, more orders. Yes. Oh, here we go again.
Okay, how much do we have? Should get another income cycle pretty soon. After that,
My bow and arrows, I hope you're not wasting my time. Yeah.
another ranger on this side, probably.
Okay. It's gonna cost you double.
That is that.
Better be good.
Tell me.
Problems.
Are you sure?
It's actually a big deal.
That's right. Aren't there other units to bother? Gotcha. I hope you're not wasting my time. What? Roger that.
Yeah, it was great.
You are gonna
At least he killed the runners, so
You are gonna pay me
fine.
right? What?
Start pushing like this.
Right? Okay, let's do this. Yeah, okay. But it's gonna cost you double. Are you sure? You hold that. Any task?
Reporting for duty. Any orders?
Get another soldier. We'll need another mill. Let's get that. Would love to upgrade some houses, but just not possible right now. need income.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? Better be good. What do you want now? What? You are gonna pay me for this, right? You
Let's upgrade a few houses. I need to save up so we have the ability to drop a shocking tower.
what? You are gonna pay me for this, right? A new task. You great. Gotcha. Sounds interesting. It could be worse.
Where is that? Here. Yeah, I bet this is the choke point. So, how do you want to do this? This rail is just in the way for anything. Resembling a defense here. Shocking tower is done. Continue clearing. Need this done. And we'll need to push towards the iron. How's this looking? Pretty bad. Okay, that's a group. Not even sure if that is like a regular one or if I triggered them.
Okay, let's do this. What's up? Any infected around? Any task? What? Yeah, you
Okay, worked out.
and the cost
Let's move back in.
new task.
And we'll need to push towards the iron. So let's make a tower there. Upgrade some of these. Get a few tents.
Oh, here we go again. Are you sure? Yeah, a new task. What? Okay, you are gonna pay me for this, right? You again. Yeah. What? What's up? Any infected around? Is that all?
Need to push here and see where the choke point actually is.
You again. Yes, tell me. But be quick. Better be good. A new task. Great. You again.
We are getting a bunch of veterans here, but the rangers are just not gonna be able to deal with the worst comes. And the horde is gonna come next day, so we'll need to keep some money on hand to deal with that. We potentially use tower. Maybe make a ranger. East, so it's gonna come from here. Just quickly check the map. Alright, so they can come from two directions. Either the east has two entrances and one of them is down here and one of them is here. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to make a tower right here. And then hope that we can lure them towards it. From both sides. Should work. A huge one. Horde of infected. It's just a few hours left.
Oh,
So why don't we
again.
pull our rangers behind the defenses? Keep one in the front
Whatever.
here.
As long as
Do the same with these.
gotcha. Yes, you again. This better be good.
Okay. We're lacking wood.
This better be good. You call that a plan. Oh, here we go again. Yes, take my arrows. Okay, this better be good.
Take this ranger, send it here. Take our soldiers, send them behind the tower. Upgrade a few of these houses. We'll need extra food and energy pretty soon.
Yes, right in the eye. Okay, faster than my bow. You again. Yeah. This better be good. What? Aren't there other units to bother? Yes.
They are coming from the top, it looks like.
What? You again. What? A new
I'm gonna send a bunch of these here.
What? My bow and arrows are better paying for this, right? You again. Great.
I really want the iron, but this is a problem. First, just upgrade and try to push in, but it might result in horrible things happening. Still see.
Great. Okay.
I cannot tell if it's down or... I think this is actually from here. Oddly enough. Okay. It shouldn't be too bad. But we still need to keep these in the back.
A new task. Gotcha. My bow and arrows are ready. Let me put an arrow in his head. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Great. Yes. Roger that.
Okay. Got another sawmill. Few hunters. For the food. Upgrade some of this. Executives. Problem. Yeah, they are coming from the top as well. At least a little bit. Okay, how about this?
You again. Oh.
I don't think we are doing too hot.
This better be good. You order. You pay.
Do we have any free units? Like one. So let's send it here. And the runners, of course. Okay. Go back, go back. This is gonna be horribly painful. At least we didn't build a tower in the back, so nothing is getting infested.
Straight to the heart.
This done.
Oh,
Almost.
more orders. Gotcha.
Started sending the rangers out. Yes.
Great idea, sir.
You again. I hope you're not wasting
Ranger
your
needs
time.
to go here.
Gotcha. What? Great. Oh, here we go again. Sounds interesting.
I have to deal with these.
Yeah.
What's next? Upgrade these. Need another mill.
Bow and arrows are
Don't do it.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? What? Roger that. Gotcha. You again. This better be good.
And you'll need to push here, make sure this is actually secure. Okay. This is kind of strange how this is looking. Send these back. How's this looking?
All right.
Here.
Ready and waiting.
And I'm worried I'm gonna trigger a huge horde of them on me, but I really need the freaking iron. You could actually go ahead and buy a little bit of it. Then cancel these freaking rangers which are useless and go for proper units instead. And then go ahead and defend here, the rangers.
What? Are you sure? This better be good. What? Yes. You again.
And one down here.
Sure. A new task. Okay. But it's gonna cost you double. Gotcha. What do you want now? What? Yes. Yeah. This better be good. What?
Okay, this still looks like it's not too infested. Okay, what's next? We wanted a mill, so let's get one. Upgrade a few of these.
Our forces are in danger.
Yeah, that's fine. How are we looking on this side?
Yeah. What? Gotcha. What do you want now?
We actually
Yes.
maybe have one less here. Send this one down here
You again.
instead.
Task. What do you want now? You. Gotcha. What? Okay. You are gonna pay.
That is another iron. Upgrade the rest of these. Okay, so for more soldiers you'd require more iron, which is pricey.
Just tell me what to do.
I really need to clear this, so let's go ahead and try to shoot it again.
What?
What
Okay.
happens?
Let's do this. Gotcha. This better be good. What?
Attention.
Like you might be able to get it now. The tower in here.
Building completed.
Get some extra houses for income.
Reporting for duty. Is everything okay?
Ranger, send it here.
You are gonna
Need to find out how this choke point looks like.
you again. Yeah. Gotcha. Yes. What? Great. You are gonna pay me for this, right? What? You again. You order, you pay.
I bet we are pretty close to the edge now. Okay. What else do we want?
What's up? Any infected around? Oh, here we go again.
There.
What?
Let's just go for more soldiers, no matter the cost. Need to start building them up. Let's push. Get this wood.
You again.
It looks like this is now
Right?
cleared.
Good. What's up? Any
Push a little further up. Let's get a quarry for iron. We'll be able to get 2 of them. One would get 4, so let's get it. Then we can have 2 up there. You'll need a farm. Gonna be something. Could have also pushed here for fishing, but I think the farm is better for now. Let's get this one.
Oh, more orders.
How's this looking here?
Okay. You again.
Good.
What? You again.
Not sure how many of them will be packed right up the edge, but you'll have to deal with them. How many soldiers do we have in total? 8.
You again.
Could be enough to
You order, you
deal with these.
pay. Taste my arrows. Great. You order, you pay. I hope you're not wasting this time. What?
Tell me.
So I'll let them there.
Waiting on orders.
So how's this edge deep? I guess we should be able to deal with that with what we have there,
You again. A new task.
but it depends.
You pay. You call that a plan?
I'm not sure. Probably need yet another mill. Let's get one.
What? Okay. Roger that. A new task? Great. Okay.
I'll send the soldiers in. See what happens. Start pushing towards there as well. Can actually use the choke point. What's the time limit on this mission actually? It is 56 days, okay. It shouldn't be too bad.
What? You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Here.
Sounds interesting. It could be worse. A new task. This better be good. You again. What's up? Any infected around? Oh, here we go again. Gotcha. A new task. I hope we're not wasting my time. Gotcha.
That is food. Let's grab it. Okay, and the soldiers have managed to clear it, apparently. Just XP for them. Okay, we should be mining the iron now. Continue producing units. This is ours, so let's go ahead and push towards it with ours. Send the soldiers back. Would be great to grab an extra soldier center, but before that we'll need substantial income.
What? You hold that, man. You again. What? You again. What? What's up? Any infected around? What? You again. Yes. This better be good. You again. What? You again. What? You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Yep. Let's wait until this is done. Push down here. Hello Jake, welcome. It goes fairly well, I'd say. Managed to beat plenty of missions so far. Went for some pretty reasonable research so that we have a chance on this insane difficulty. But unfortunately there are two missions that are rated as 2 skull missions on the campaign scale, but they are actually one of the hardest in the game, and they are you can encounter them pretty early on, and that is the Narrow Pass and Lowlands. These two missions are just bonkers. So what we'll do is we'll go around, do the harder missions first, and then we'll go back and crush them with superior technology, like for example the artillery train transport. It's gonna be free automated machine gun each train, so that should help out. And also the steel traps, because they are very good at dealing with enemies, because they don't create any noise. And noise is actually amplified here, so otherwise we'll just get swarmed if we try to clear on the maps that I mentioned.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? A new task. Great. Oh, here we go again. What? Roger that. Yeah.
Make out a soldier. These three will be outside of the range of the market, but it's not too bad. We actually have gotten some of them down here, but they are under construction, so my bad. I'm not pausing.
You again. Gotcha. What? What do you want? Yes. This better be good. You again. Sounds
By the way, this is the Harpy mission. So yeah, we'll have to kill this. and we don't have that many techs, so our soldiers are not great, but if we get a substantial ball of them, they should be able to do the job.
What do you want now? Okay, gotcha. You
Could probably have a fallback position with shocking towers. Yeah, ish. And if you cause a lot of noise, what happens is they will gradually come out, and it can even happen to you in the early game if you are not careful. Oh, guys. Need some gold. Yeah, good. Let's get these running. Let's take a look where the edge is. Looks like there is a tree in the way, which is horrible, so we'll be building the defenses like this. Let's get a tower there. And we'll get another one up here somewhere. Are any other element in this game? Then building a heavy RTS, yeah. But I'm still not like compared to some of the people that are out there. I'm actually a scrub because I don't like to micro that much. This is taking away my attention. But at least there is a pause thing, so I can do it while paused. But if you know, there are some people who actually play this game on the hardest difficulty like I do, but they play it without pause. So that's just insane. In my opinion, I wouldn't be able to do that. No chance in hell.
What? Yeah, great. Yes, tell me. But be quick. Is that all? So boring. Aren't there other units to bother? Yeah. You again. What do you want?
Mad, yeah. And by the way, how was your Xenonauts run, Jake? I didn't manage to catch much of it, but I suppose you crushed the campaign, right? On hardest difficulty. I think you did. That was the last team that was like 10 hours, so I suppose that was the final mission, right? Oh, great.
You are gonna be in this, right? This better be good.
Good job, Jake.
What do you want now? You again.
Killed me a few times. Well, that's good. Final mission shouldn't be a breeze.
Yeah.
Hey, this corner sucks. Sucks bad. Yeah, let's get that. And we can actually get a shooting tower here. Start building the defenses. It would be like this. And we need to plan this, that we can fit as many as possible. One there, 3 squares away. That would be here. Start with this one.
A new task.
Push these back. Much harder on Insane, so much more than I had a mission. If I had known that, I would have prepared more. My team was inexperienced and I did not have the best gun in the game. Yeah, that certainly didn't help you. The Insane difficulty is quite insane, I must say.
Better be good. What's up? Any infected around? What?
But yeah, the early game actually looked very scary, but I think mid-game was a breeze for you. For some reason, there were plenty of missions where you didn't lose any units, so that went pretty well for you, I think. Make sure these don't die.
Hope you're not wasting my time.
Not really. I'm not really. I played Xenonauts myself, like without streaming it before, but I only played it. I think I save scummed, and I don't think I played on the hardest difficulty because I don't quite enjoy the RNG aspect too much. I like to be in control of things that are happening, so I much rather prefer games where I have like unit stats that are flat out damage and everything, and they reliably do that damage instead of it being a chance, because I do have notoriously rotten luck. So if there is 1% chance it will fail on me multiple times in a row, basically. but maybe at some point I might give it a shot to suffer a little bit, to repent for my sins. But that point is not here yet, so I'll just continue playing some other stuff until then. Extra hunters. Them going.
Attention. Building completed.
Yeah, not at all. Jake's luck is actually insane. But I think Jake says that luck is a skill. So different people, different opinions. Fine. So scrappy. I don't like the defense one bit. Yeah, we'll have to build the wall behind that. So that is going to necessitate a shocking tower here.
Oh, more orders.
Would also be great to get more soldiers going. We'll certainly need them. Let's send this group here actually. Start clearing this if we can.
What? What's up? Any infected around?
I strongly suspect the other swarm will come from the other direction. Get a tower here to cover this last bit. Well, maybe we did one tile closer. Like that, it's okay. And then we can make some soldiers. But we need to expand the economy. The income is not looking too great.
Completed.
Gotcha.
At your service.
So we anchor to this.
Are in danger.
Is that a harpy? Yeah, I think that was a harpy.
Right
Great.
to station.
A new task. What?
Bad.
Aren't there other units to bother?
So we cannot push much further in there. Unless we want to get slaughtered. I see how many this is and if you can handle it. Looks okay so far. Let's start pushing with the towers here. Let's grab some extra housing and I think we want to scrap this and make this somewhere else, but I think I kinda need the shocking tower. So maybe we just slap down the houses here instead. I don't know. Could work. Still cover them? Yes. Okay. Can you build a train like or is it part of the map? The train is actually a feature of the campaign, so each time the train arrives, it is each day, so 24 hours between them, and it's at 12 each day. You can see the hours here. And the train actually has a function, so when you build a house, it's actually not populated yet, so the train needs to come to drop off people to actually live in there. So that's how it works, and the train, when it arrives, it will actually, if you research it, it will actually bring you resources. So I have it so that it brings me 200 gold and 15 wood and 8 stone each time it arrives. But we are able to get the barracks sooner before clearing this heavily infested stone.
Commander? Alright.
Okay, yeah. Okay. It's gonna cost you double.
Okay, not good.
Not wasting any time.
Might be just a runner group,
That's right. You again. What?
like a scripted one. Let's go back, deal with them,
Okay.
then go back again.
Yeah. What do you want now? Roger that.
Just tell me what to do. Understood.
A new task.
Start clearing this properly. It was here. I want to push as far as possible. Okay, so this is the choke point. Again, that is a tree. And that is actually this horrible track, so we'll have to push the choke point back, and this looks like a place to do it. let's go ahead and make a tower here.
What do you want now? Great.
After this is clear, we'll keep the rangers here.
You again.
And the soldiers will go back here. Make some more. I'll want more houses, even though they are not very effective since they are outside of the range of the marketplace, but still it's better. Remove this thing. And another shopping tower here would be great. Just to make sure if a swarm comes from there, we can actually deal with it. So let's go ahead and drop it. And I'll drop it here, I think. Make sure. Oh, actually, made a mistake. I'll have to scrap this and it's gonna cost me a lot. But for now we can keep it. Later on we can actually replace it because I want it one tile further in the back. Forgot that the wall needs to be double ticked.
Infected around?
Keep pushing with the tower. Would this be efficient? No. Yeah, let's just make it there then. Food and energy is low. I'll have to build more stuff. Get a mill here. And for the farm you'd need 30 wood. Gonna take a while. Almost there actually. Okay. Get this one. And a soldier. Are we doing 18? Not too bad. Let's start pushing with them here. We'll need more money. Could potentially sell some of our stone. Maybe even iron. Make a tower. We'll want this choke point, which means we'll build the walls like this. Cover like this. Would be enough. And then the other one on the lower part. Keep it safe.
You're not wasting my time.
At your service. Building completed. Great idea. Born for duty.
Keep making these. Get the farm going soon. Since we have the money, let's push here with the tower so we can fish in here. Could maybe get 2 fishermen if they are opposite each other. That would require 2 towers, so let's get one there. Another mill, maybe not yet. Okay, this is done. Let's get a tower over here.
Units under attack.
Might be a little bit too much. Let's retreat a little bit to let them calm down and start shooting these. Spread them, and we should be good to go. Let's make more soldiers. Another house. I need to build defenses here, but first I want to know exactly what's it gonna look like down here. Okay, a harpy, right? Yeah. Guild. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, it's right there.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Sorry, sir. I was cleaning my weapon.
How are you doing on population? Population looks fine, but gold is not too hot. Might actually go for a second market somewhere. But it's not like the food is a big deal currently. Get another tower up here.
Reporting for duty.
Take these soldiers, send them back here. So Village of Doom, let's get this iron. Get this last tile.
What?
Where do we want to sawmill this? Or do we even want to sawmill this? Probably do. Let's keep 2 hunters there. And we should probably get a warehouse going at some point. Getting attacked again. Should we fall back?
All the way. Understood. All right.
Let's take a look. So energy is low, right? Need another mill. And a sawmill. Get these resources.
All right. Come on. All right. Understood. Reporting for duty.
We get another mill. 2 of them. Gonna be enough energy for the foreseeable future. But the Tars are energy hungry, so. Let's take a look at the research. I'd like to get expensive. Let's wait.
Commander? All right. Great idea, sir.
There's another edge that you'll need to wall off. There is the tower. Let's get a shocking tower. Right here.
Reporting for duty.
You again? Great.
Keep these rangers with the group.
So boring.
All right.
How's the edge looking like there?
Great idea, sir. Attention. Building. For the humans.
Kinda big.
Gotcha.
Tell me. All the way.
We need to wall that off. We should just research the stone house. It's a harpy.
Any orders?
And there is no entry point to the top, which is great.
All the way.
So just defend here, wall it off, and then we should focus on the top side. Tower going.
Attention. Building completed.
Grab this. We actually have more houses there. Gonna block off some farmland, but it's not a big deal. Get fishermen in here and get hunter as well. Probably mine more iron if we really want to. But the warehouse would be great. Let's take a look. This could cover a whole bunch of things. Or potentially we could have one here for the farms, but not much else. Here it would not boost much stuff. We move this sawmill somewhere else, we could have it here to boost a bunch of stuff. I still think this is probably the best place.
Attention. Building completed.
Shocking tower here. Right, we need to expand again, so let's push with the tower. Want some extra mills. Let's make more soldiers while we are at it. Make another tower here.
Building completed.
Will be good on workers. Research stone housing soon. Gonna be great.
Attention. Technology.
Income. They are actually way more energy efficient since we have the insulation tech.
Reporting for duty.
We'll want to get the other quarry. 2 stone, but it's gonna be boosted. Not gonna be too little. And once we get the income,
Attention. Building completed.
and a second 8 moments of 2 hours left. Yeah, let's get this stone deposit under control. And push here. Get a mill and a house.
Reporting for duty. Attention. Building completed. Units under attack.
And they are still sending the RPs.
Building completed.
And that's constant, so pretty bad. We will have to send some soldiers here. Make sure we keep 200 for this tower.
Attention. Building completed.
Let's take a look at the choke point again. Where do we want to hold them off? This would be the best location. We'll have the walls like this.
Reporting for duty.
Create some houses again.
Attention. Building completed.
Sell some resources. Get a farm going. Get this one. Gonna be boosted by the warehouse.
Tell me. Attention. Building completed. Ready and waiting.
Let's get a quarry.
Reporting for duty.
So how do we want to do this? We could have 7 here, and then 4 on this side. Pretty reasonable. Need more money. Income is gonna be in for us.
Attention. Building completed.
Then we need to finally wrap this defense up so we can leave this B. So we want to have it so that we cover this. Gonna accommodate all the defenses. Hey, FG's welcome. Yeah, another horde is coming on day 25, but it's not the final one.
Building completed.
I'm probably need to save up.
Selected the station.
See where they come from.
Reporting for duty. Attention. Building completed.
So you should get a notification soon. Let me know where you need to defend the most. Frustrating, I don't want to drop the shocking tower too soon if it's on the other side, but we probably want one here anyway. However, I would like to get two side by side and then one center. That would have to be calculated, so we could have one there. Means 1, 2, 3 squares away, right? Would be here. Then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that could work.
Reporting for duty.
Be safe.
Do you need me?
Get some more energy. North? Ah, fine. Okay, we don't have any defenses there. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, there is a northern entrance, and it's gonna be here. This small choke point is gonna be where the horde is gonna come from. You can clutch build one tower if we just get the stone. Might be, yeah, just enough. Put the tower there. Retreat behind it. Send basically everyone. Don't think we have any other units here. No. Some wood. And more. Get a soldier. Get these here. Get another shocking tower here, just to make sure this is safe. Build a few walls. Gonna probably lure a bunch of harpies as well, so wouldn't be great. Let's get all the soldiers here, all the rangers here. Yeah, how's this looking? Fine. They should be lured down there.
For duty. They are trying to break through.
What?
Orders, sir. Any orders?
Can keep a soldier here. Just upgrade a few houses.
Reporting for duty. Sorry, sir. It's cleaning
A soldier here as well. It's gonna take them a while to come here. After we beat them, we should approach north. Let's upgrade the wood walls. Get a mill.
Reporting for duty.
Wall is superficial. Get another farm going. Get it here. And yeah, we need stone. Then we can get another warehouse. Boost the other quarry. Great for getting enough stone. Harpy is there. Yeah. You know, there are a few harpies on us, probably. Okay. The warehouse. Should get it. Probably here. Yeah. Need some extra mills, so let's expand this. Get another mill here. What else did I want? We'll just upgrade the houses, honestly. That. We'll take everyone. Start clearing this.
Building completed.
I think that will be unnecessary very soon.
I hope you're not wasting my time.
At your service.
There is a bunch of energy you can get.
That's right. Gotcha.
Nearby village of Doom.
Is everything okay?
So let's go there. Keep making units. And these here. Up.
All right.
Those do we want? Upgrade.
Building completed.
We will also want to push this a little back. It's sad, so I'll go ahead and do that. Need 600. Slash one soldier off. Oh, we actually have the money, okay. Alright, so we have it there.
Sorry, sir. I was cleaning my well.
Okay, so we'll want to claim this. Want to push up. This is gonna be the next choke point. Harpies are insanely powerful.
Commander? All right. Understood. Any orders? Tell me. All right.
Should be okay. Get more units. Actually get another soldier center. And you'll need more income, so let's continue upgrading those. I don't think we have any other zone we can exploit here, so we'll have to go with just income. Maybe we can even buy some stone eventually. How much income are we gonna get? 1,000. We'll get more. Some resources here, that's great. Just collect this. Another tower. Couple of mills. Also go ahead and get farm. This one would be boosted. Research this, but we don't have the gold. Hey Gabberbob, welcome. Yes, this map is very better. It's a wasteland map. And that's the terrain set. There are like 3 in total, maybe 4.
Understood.
This one is the wasteland. There is gold.
Commander?
I don't think we are gonna need it.
Okay.
And it's very, very far.
Reporting for duty.
But maybe we'll grab it. Let's see. Should be fine. But I would really like to upgrade all my walls. Let's at least get some of them to stone. The stone is gonna be our main issue. We also need more
Come on. All the way.
people to
Sir?
upgrade some other houses to stone as well pretty soon. That's a lot. Okay.
Perfect.
These resources.
All the way. All right. On your orders.
With the tires. Making troops. Want to send these up here. Got a shocking tower here to be absolutely safe. We'll want another one there. Upgrade.
Is everything okay?
How are we doing here? Should be clear, right?
For the humans!
Almost.
All right.
Pushing all the way up there is gonna be a pain.
Any orders?
So just like to cut this off probably.
Reporting for duty. Building completed. Ready and waiting.
There's another stone deposit. Good.
Commander? Tell me. On your
Yeah,
orders.
this is even wider than, for example, here.
Building completed. Any orders?
It would be pain to defend. But if we cut off the iron and just get the gold, might work out. Depends if you really want that gold.
And waiting. Let's go.
Yeah, let's grab it.
Understood. Reporting for duty. Let's go. Building completed. Any orders? Commander?
Let's defend here until we can claim it.
Sorry, sir. I was cleaning my weapon.
And let's keep upgrading. Let's also drop a boss.
Attention. Building completed. Reporting for duty. Building completed. The train has arrived at the station. Attention. Building completed.
Let's get a few mills. Let's try to start. Upgrade houses. Stone we got.
Perfect. Of course, my commander.
And we are slowly approaching this, which is not great. We'll have to set up a proper defense before we engage that. But with enough soldiers, it is beatable even without defense. We opt for. It'd be great to upgrade some extra walls.
Attention. Building completed.
Looks like we might get another farm somewhere. Great if it was boosted, but I don't think we can get a boosted one. Oh, we can here. Okay, great.
Reporting for duty. Attention. Building completed.
Oh, Here I don't want to push too much. Maybe one star there. Get this iron. 6. Why don't we do that? Sawmill. Also get some hunters going. That's pretty bad actually.
The train has arrived at the station.
Could have gotten this for extra fishing, but I don't think we need it. For houses. We are almost there.
Attention. Building completed. Attention. Building completed.
Let's sell some wood.
Attention.
Get another soldier.
Sorry, sir. I was cleaning my...
A few more towers and we have this. Do it like this.
Reporting for duty.
There is a wave coming here.
Reporting for duty.
Building complete.
Great if you could upgrade some of these.
Attention. Building complete.
Okay, let's take a look again. Still on the defense right there. Means we probably will need one more tower front, right? Actually. And I think it's gonna be necessary to get another one. Just go ahead and do that. Real tedious. Fortunately, the upgrade for the reach of the Tesla towers is so expensive. 200 research just for that. Another mill.
Attention. Building completed.
Get these operational, finally. Let's take a look at the quarry. We could get 140. Single one. Let's go ahead and do that. We're probably paying more upkeep from all the towers, but at least we are defending close to the edge, so we don't have to worry about not clearing the final invasion. Okay. Let's set this up before the final attack comes. Not sure if this is the final one. It might be.
Attention. Building completed.
Was that all the walls? Not yet. Alright, this quarry needs to be set up quickly.
Sir?
We'll just scout it out.
Commander? Come on.
See what's out here. This is cut off, great. So now in here we'll have to go for wood walls at first. Then we'll upgrade them. Need a shocking tower to leave this exposed.
Orders, sir. Perfect. On your orders.
The train has arrived at the station.
1, 2, 3 tiles.
Tell me.
Send them back.
Of course, my commander.
Attention. Building completed.
Get a quarry. Producing. Let's upgrade a few of these. Rangers really suck at clearing the harpies, so we'll just use soldiers.
Attention. Building completed.
Like you might get another farm. And another mill, probably. Also get this area under control.
Tell me.
So how are we doing here?
For the human.
There is more gold. The village of Doom.
Mr. Bother, better be good.
Be fine. Might lure some of them. Got a shocking tower here. Get them all properly set up. We want a wasp. Another one. We'll start making them here as well. Absolutely sure. Collect the resources. Harpies are starting to get restless. Maybe a problem. Want to set up a defense as well to just deal with them. Probably after this horde.
Tell me. Perfect. Let's go. All right. Understood. Come on. Let's go.
Attention. Building completed.
Understood.
I'm starting to pull them quite substantially, so let's go back.
Perfect. Let's go. Perfect. Understood. Let's go.
He
Come on. All right.
pulled too many.
Come on. Any orders? Is everything okay?
Just leave them there.
Sir.
Kill what comes, but don't go any further. Then we should set up a defense right here. Get the towers set up. Might actually want to push this one a little further. Like that. Making soldiers. We'll want another shocking tower here. Get it? We want to upgrade the rest of the gates we have. Also, they're getting upgraded, good. Last shot on this side. Get more stone walls.
Attention. Building.
Waiting on order for
This is gonna be expensive as well. Get a quarry. Right. Good. Let's not worry about that. Get some melts instead. Want to upgrade some extra houses.
complete.
Reporting for duty.
We'll need some extra stone. Should get it soon.
Attention. Building complete.
You also just buy it, but expensive. Go ahead and do that with one of our income cycles. Still need population.
Completed.
Need it anyway.
Attention. Building completed.
We also need to slap down extra stone walls where we only have one layer.
Any orders? Tell me.
Gonna happen.
Understood.
The train has arrived at the station.
We need one shocking tower here. Get it.
Building completed.
How are the soldiers looking? Not great. We have 5 quarries in total, I think. Still not enough. Just saying how much stone you need. And also the train is bringing stone. Misplacing it all the time doesn't help. Certainly. Then you'll need a gate and some extra walls. Then it should be double walled everywhere apart from this bit.
Attention. Building complete.
Might even go ahead and buy a little bit. This is done, right.
Reporting for duty.
Need a little more. Okay, that's it. Stars are everywhere. If we really want to, we might want to drop some extra wasps. And probably one shocking tower here. Looks kinda sparse.
Reporting for duty.
Buy some extra stone. Could have it here, that would be perfect, but we have to move this. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so that's disconnected now. We're gonna this. That, and that should work. And out here we need to set up a defense as well against the harpies. First we should get some extra food, energy, and expand the housing again, I think. We're not swimming in workers currently.
Reporting for duty.
A swarm of infected is heading into the colony.
East.
They are approaching.
They're gonna come from here. We don't actually have double walls here yet. It's an oversight. Some gold. Also some iron. Got a few wasps. They can also come from here, so maybe a few wasps here as well would be helpful.
Building completed.
Is everything okay? Come on.
20 more soldiers. Send them over. They are coming here, looks like. keep upgrading the houses. Fine. Gonna be a pretty big one. Upgrading that. We actually are low on energy again, so let's make a few more mills. Do we have any other wood houses? 9. Okay. Great, and we need to drop some walls. That will be some more stone. Now we should have enough to set up a defense. Maybe we just want a whole bunch of these wasps. I think we want a wall, maybe even a shocker. 1.
Just tell me what to do.
Need more money, so let's wait on an income cycle. Next trend should bring us up with the income and population. Okay. I think the harpies can actually jump over walls. We are probably not gonna hold them much.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
There's a ranger somewhere.
Great.
Bring her here. Might want to get the rest of these done. Or some stone. There's one last wood house somewhere.
Attention. Building completed.
Okay.
Attention. Building completed.
Reporting for duty.
There's some mills. And another farm. We'll want to double wall this.
Building completed.
Time again. Right. Fine. To deal with that threat. Not gonna be easy.
The train has arrived at the station. Attention. Building completed.
Let's not have it there. Block off the access. And I need some extra shocking towers, I think. Buy some stone.
Reporting for duty. Reporting
Actually, don't have the population necessary yet. Gonna be a thing we need to do as well. 3 shocking towers here should do well. Then we need to fill in the rest with the wasps. Yeah. A bunch of gold. Have the rest. Reading on energy. Could use a few more mills actually. Farms look alright. Add like 2 more houses here. These will get covered by the market, I think. Yeah. Good.
At your service.
Next cycle we'll go for the wasps. How much population does each stone house give? 16. And the farm gives 12, right? For another farm. Even though these are not covered by the market, we'll just need the money and the population for the mission objective. Okay, good. Good to income.
Attention. Building completed. Attention. Building completed.
I think we are good to go maybe.
Waiting on orders.
Go ahead and try to skirmish with them with the soldiers and then see if we do well or not. But once this starts coming out, yeah, we need to be sure that we can actually deal with that. If they breach this, then it's over. Let's keep making soldiers just in case.
Are there
Keep
other?
the rangers
Gotcha.
on the sides.
Orders, sir. On your orders. All the way. All right. For the humans. All right.
Yeah, that certainly did trigger them, right? We just run back, I think.
Orders for duty.
Doesn't look like they all came out. See how many? 2.
Let's go. On your orders. Come on.
Still okay.
All right. Understood. At your sword for duty. Come on.
Now they are coming more and more, but
Understood. For the
still not a huge amount. Oh, now it's more, okay. Go back.
Units under attack.
on your orders.
Our forces are in danger.
Reporting for duty.
Get another farm. Draw energy. More houses.
Any orders?
Train has arrived at the station.
Great idea, sir.
Go there again.
Reporting for duty.
It is certain now they will actually come. Almost all of them, yeah.
Come on.
It's a pain that I cannot trigger them all at once. Would have to do insane amount of noise probably.
Attention.
Actually, try that maybe. If we build some walls here, then shoot them, it might work.
Great idea, sir. Let's get them!
Still just a trickle. So maybe you just want a critical mass of soldiers, which would necessitate a few more soldier centers. Then you'll want a population probably. Let's get a couple of farms. Get some fishermen in here as well. Okay, how are we doing?
All the way.
Fine.
Any orders? Do you need me?
Switch their soldiers, send them out. Take a look at soldier centers. Done. That's a big amount.
Let's go.
Go back. Lost a few. Okay. This was a big chunk. Need to wait a little bit on the units. Maybe we can take everyone actually. Good work.
Reporting for duty. Just guide me to the infected. Any orders?
But the rangers are gonna die really quickly.
Better be good.
We'll just keep them in the back.
Ready and waiting.
Okay. A new task.
All the way.
What? Yeah.
Roger that.
Yes. Gotcha. Great. Gotcha. Great. I hope you're not wasting my time.
Reporting for duty. Understood.
Yes. Okay.
I'll lose everything now. So I have to fall back. That's basically all of it.
Great idea.
Go.
Soldiers are in trouble. Waiting on orders.
Let this side to go through here.
Reporting for duty. Any orders? Orders, sir.
Through this gate. Oh, it's locked up, right. Okay, it's almost all of them, so we can just fight them here and it will be okay.
Command reporting for duty.
Okay.
Is everything okay? Do you need me?
Not having the soldier range upgrades really sucks.
On your orders.
But we just had to pick other things.
All the way.
There might be more. I don't think it's as much as was in here.
Orders, sir. That will be easy. Perfect. Is everything okay? Just tell me what to do. Let's go. Reporting for the humans. Understood. All right. Let's go. Understood. That will be
Yeah, let's deal with them.
for the humans.
It's quite a few.
That it. No. Reporting
We'll probably win that, but we'll see.
orders. Orders, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Great ideas, sir. Reporting for duty. Let's go.
Can set them a chase. Oh, we killed all of them. Right. Now we just need the population, so that we could easily fix that. Unfortunately, the train is just here, so you'll have to wait on another one. Just slap down extra houses and a farm or two, and that should be it.
Reporting for duty. Do you need me? Just tell me what to do. Let's go.
We are gonna be stuck with the soldier armor upgrade, but it's pretty good. I think it's gonna be handy later on, so
Reporting for duty.
not too bad. We grabbed it and it allowed me to tank some of the hits more effectively. Otherwise they would get absolutely shredded.
Reporting for duty.
Building completed. Attention.
Okay, so next train will arrive at 12. This should
Attention. Building completed.
allow me to be done with the mission. Could have actually gone with a farm, it will immediately get the workers.
Reporting for duty.
Less than 12 population.
Reporting for duty.
Get a hit.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. Gamma Medical Center. Only Forest is great, that's the economic mission. Basically free mission. But this is better. Where we first encounter the Harpy, I think. We have the Cavals and damage. We should be able to tank the Harpy. This is too little researched, I think. We'll have to go and take this swarm. 5,000 Harpies? I cannot kill this swarm. A bummer. I would have to get... I guess the snipers could work against that, but we don't even have enough research to grab that. If we grab the soldier ranger upgrade, we would be, I think, still a little short. I mean, we could give it a shot, but I don't think it's gonna be enough with what we have here. We have 3200 empire points. Give it a shot. I want to see if it's possible. At least it looks like it's kind of split with the water. We also have wasps, but Cannot build them near here, so that would be bad.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
I'm the shit out of the soldiers and what happens.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
I think kiting with the ranger is gonna be pretty much impossible for the harpies, but okay, let's keep the ranger out.
Any orders? At your s-
Drag the soldiers closer together. Hold.
What's up?
Hey Finboy, welcome. Going fairly well. Managed to beat a pretty tough mission just a minute ago. Now we are trying to beat this swarm. Let's see how it goes. No, it's a swarm mission. We need to clear the infected horde so we can access the mission behind it. So we have the empire points. I used them to buy 164 soldiers. Let's see if it's enough. Looks like the range upgrade that I grabbed is actually good. Yeah, I think we should be able to kill them. They are just not able to do damage. And once we get veteran units, we should be able to deal with them much better. Some of them are at 70. Yeah, good. Veterans will definitely be a big game changer. Actually, veterans have more range as well. Yeah, they do. And they're powerful. But the level up noises will be pretty obnoxious and we are gonna be here for a while, so strap in and we can talk about whatever you wish. Because this horde is not going anywhere anytime soon. We only killed 800 of them from the beginning of the mission and 4,200 are left. It just turns into a waiting game, unfortunately. And as stated, the level up noises will be really obnoxious. Yeah. Campaign in their villains is actually great. No saves coming. You are forced to play Iron Man. The difficulty is just insanely ball busting, the highest one. The missions are very well designed. No random elements, basically. Or very small marginal RNG. And the research tree can... There is no saving, so if you invest into bad stuff and then you cannot progress, then there is a big chance of that happening if you don't know the game properly. I love every one of these perks. I think the next mission is gonna be the economic one. But if we beat this, we might have to do the no build mission. It will be a pain, but it's gonna yield a lot of research. Still 3,000 of them left. Grab a bite in the meantime. just 1500 left, so should be done soon-ish. Yeah. But this wouldn't be possible without the appropriate research and empire point amount. But that is one bad thing about the campaign, that there are these no-build missions, the hero missions, which pretty much suck, but they can be good, so that is micro, but if you don't have economy to focus on, the micro is actually not too bad. While these war missions are horrible because usually it just revolves around you either have the critical mass or you don't. So that's two ways it's gonna go. So basically the swarm would achieve the same thing with just 500 or 800 units, so that you know if you live or die immediately and then save yourself the slog. But no, the mission wants to have 5000 units and they drip feed themselves in, so if they came all at once they would shred even like 300 soldiers, I think. But since they come like this, it's actually possible. I shouldn't complain, I really need a no-build mission for the research. $300 left. Okay. Like that's gonna be it. Why not? And you do not get any research out of that, you just get 2 empire points. Let's take a look. Oh, this is gonna be horrible. 30,000. And it's 152 chavis, 1,500 executives, bunch of runners, right? It's gonna be end game thing. Wasteland of the Giants, pretty difficult mission, but it's one of the actually beatable ones compared to the other stuff that's out there. Take a look at the Gamma Medical Center. So we could get 560 technology. Good.
Yes?
Goes.
No fear. For the humans! Those heads are calling for a book. For the humans. No fear.
And by the way, the swarm was on 800% difficulty, so if you play on lower difficulties, you'll actually have the swarm much weaker. You could potentially beat it even sooner.
Yes. For the Empire.
For me, it just means that I have to spend longer on other missions to get the empire points.
For the Empire. They're already dead. Those heads are calling for a book. All right. Perfect. For the Empire. For the humans.
This bridge has many runners.
Let me blow up some heads.
Yeah, I'll have to go through here and then scour the entire map.
That's easy.
Looks like the exit point is actually here for some reason.
Come on.
There will be different buildings that we can go into, I think. Go to the right first.
Party has just begun. All right. Perfect. It could be a trap, but let's go
Like a garden. Built it.
for the humans. Come on. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. Yes. No fear. So glad to do. No fear. For the Empire. The party has just begun. Understood.
Okay.
Great.
There are a lot of them, but we should be able to deal with them with the upgrades we have.
No fear. Perfect. For the Emperor. Let's
Just
Of course. For the Emperor. Interesting.
grenades.
Perfect. Come on.
Will come in handy. I have a suspicion that it's gonna be a harpy in this building.
Great.
I don't remember it quite well enough, but we'll see.
Anything more? Let's kill
Have to
the
deal with
enemies
these
of the
runners first.
For the Empire.
Okay, that's a whole bunch.
Of course.
Drop a nade.
Some ideas. Right. Fast and silent. So glad to do it. Okay.
But hit a little bit by the executive.
Are calling for a bullet.
Freaking crossroads.
No fear. Sounds good. Okay. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. They're already dead. Yes. That's easy. Come on.
Gonna get flanked again, so not
For
good.
the Empire. Let's go. For the Empire. Understood. Silent and lethal.
Just need to clear them, there's no other way around that.
For the humans. Let's go.
This is gonna be enough to
So,
keep pushing this direction.
understood.
There's a runner coming to our back. Just one.
Let me blow up some heads. Let's go. Great.
Okay, let's read this sign. Wild infected bedrooms. Okay.
For the humans. That's easy. No fear.
Get the medkit.
Let's go.
Look. Those are just shamblers, right?
Up my sleeve. For the humans. Let's kill the enemies of the Empire. Of course. No fear. So glad to do it. So glad to do it. Let me blow up some heads. Those heads are calling for a bullet. Silent.
Okay. Still more to clear. On both sides, actually.
Just begun.
It's not worth spending a grenade on though. We'll need a grenade later.
They're already dead. For the Empire. For the humans. For the Empire.
At least we have the splash.
For the Empire. So glad to do it. They're already dead. Silent and no fear. Let's go.
Take a look how many more are there.
Empire.
Like just a few.
That's easy. The party has just begun.
Great.
Come on.
Another one.
Okay. Let's go. So glad to do it. Yes. Nice. Those heads are calling for a bullet. For the humans! Okay. Come on. All right. For the Emperor. All right. For the Empire! Yes, for the Empire.
There is some stuff. Grab it. Look, it's everything here.
Yes.
Go outside.
Perfect.
We'll go to the right now, I think.
Nice. Let me blow up some heads. I still have some tricks up my sleeve.
Not sure what this is.
Okay. Come on, the infected are waiting.
Okay, bunch of runners.
Excellent idea, sir.
Throw a grenade.
No fear. For the Empire. For the humans. Perfect.
Would have been basically impossible without the grenade. Glad I didn't use it on the Shambler.
Come on. Understood. Okay.
Go
Good.
here first. Might have to use the medkit. I think there will be yeah, this will be the, how is it called? RP, right?
Perfect. The party has just begun. Let's kill the enemies of
Almost
the
killed me.
Empire. Come on. Perfect.
If I didn't use the medkit, I would be dead.
The more the merrier. What do we have here? Yes. Perfect.
12 HP left. It's not gonna go well. Need to be super careful.
I love it. Come on.
Uh,
Those heads are calling for a bullet.
be precise here.
Have some tricks up my sleeve. For the Empire. That's easy. Let's go. Anything
Is
more?
there anything?
I love
Doesn't
it.
look like it. I can hear a whole bunch of them. Yeah, they are here. Okay.
No.
Kill this guy. Maybe it's gonna let us some more.
Come on. They're already dead. Let's go. No fear. Perfect. For the humans. Let me blow up some heads. So glad to
Can still die very easily. Need to not misclick.
so glad to
Yes. 4 HP. This is a medkit, right? Yeah. Use it. There's something behind this. I'm not sure what that is. So open it from here.
Let's go. Perfect.
Just maze them up a little.
For the Empire. Come on, the infected are waiting. No.
Always misclick.
Let's go. All right. Let's go. Anything more? Yes. Sounds good. For the humans. Perfect. Those heads are calling for a bullet.
There are some Empire points in there.
For the humans. All right. Understood. No problem. Nice. Let's go. Excellent idea, sir.
An extra up this direction. There might be a way around as well. I don't really like.
Anything more?
would like to spend as little time as possible here, but we have to grab everything. There's no other way around it.
Glad to do it. Let me blow up some heads. Sight. No fear. Let's go. Okay.
Okay, this is collapsed.
Kill the enemies of the Empire.
Guess that's
I love it.
fine.
Sounds good.
Be able to go around. Demonstration.
Come on. Sounds good. Perfect.
Okay, so this part is done. Next up, probably across. Watch this.
Yes. All right. Let's go. Yes.
Grenade, okay. Get hit by the executive, that's good.
All right. For the humans. No problem. Come on.
This. Experimental therapy room.
Of course. Understood.
Expect some special infected in there.
For the Empire. It could be a
Open it up.
but let's go. No problem.
Okay. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Should have just stand and shoot at them. This is the first time I fail a hero mission on stream. The harpies are really cruel. Just to go in again. It's so much pain. I would like to get the research before going to the proper mission though. Need this. Actually quite hungry, so I'll have to end here, but might play some more soon. I'll see. I feel like it. We'll definitely have to do the hero mission. There is no way around that. This is the next course of action. I need to be more on point with the micro on the harpies. Let's take a look if there is anybody else up in raid. Like Blobber, he's playing some EU4. Let's raid Blobber.